This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shade 45.
Wake your punk ass up. That crust out your eyes.
Sway the morning, Shade 45. 32 minutes into the hour. Have to be.
Holla at me, homie.
Good to see you.
You too.
Well, this is a fun segment of the show because I have two people I consider as little brothers in here today, Heather B.
Right.
And, you know, a lot of folks go, "What's up, big bro?" That's the new thing in hip-hop, big bro.
Yeah.
And it'd be grown-ass men saying that. And
Not a fan. Not a fan of
that.
Okay.
But in this case, these two dudes truly are like little brothers to me because I got a chance to witness their trajectory in the game when I first met them working at MTV. And we traveled and done work together when they were just neophytes. You know, trying to get it. Remember them days, Rich Nice? Yeah, trying to get in the game, and then they really made their significant mark, their impact when they teamed up with Kanye West and did the Through the Wire video, which was unique in their approach.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
That was dope, right?
Yeah.
And they were able to make something huge out of literally nothing, you know, and resources. And they started their own company. It's called Creative Control. We have Chike with us and Coodie.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes people say Coodie and Chike. Sometimes people say Chike and Coodie. But it doesn't matter. One without the other isn't the same thing. And if you don't see the other one is still there, though. You know, so in spirit. And they've gone on to do tremendous work with MTV. They did the 30 for 30.
Yeah,
with Benji, what was the one about
Ben Wilson?
Ben
Wilson out of Chicago, you know.
30 for 30 is great.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was happy they gave us the opportunity to do that one.
Yeah, for people that don't know, ESPN does 30 for 30, and you might find a story of Allen Iverson. You may find Madison Square Garden. You know, you just go back and do the history. It's a great thing that they added to their programming, and I'm glad you guys were a part of that. That's dope.
These guys have done short films. Good Morning. You guys did that as well.
Yep.
Which was in the American Black Film Festival. You guys have gone on to reach incredible heights, and I just want to say welcome to the show and congratulations.
No doubt.
Thank you.
And I don't even know if y'all get enough credit for some of the early work y'all did too, man. You know, right. But now it's all starting to come to fruition. Y'all, how did y'all start though? How did y'all decide we're going to be Creative Control? Like, where did that vision come from?
We were actually in LA at the time, and we were doing some commercial stuff, trying to just kind of break into the commercial game. And we had a bad experience with the commercial that we're working on. Basically, we lost creative control.
Right.
Because they were cutting a check, and at the end of the day, they were the bosses of that project. And it was at that moment we realized, well, we can't be in that situation again. We can't put ourselves in that predicament again. We got to have creative control, which means to have creative control, you have to be in charge of your projects.
Yep.
So you got to put the sweat, the equity, the hard work, get the equipment if that means that, you know, produce your own content. And that's where creative control came out of.
Yeah.
Did you, I find, you know, in this day and age, in this digital age, technology has grown in such a way that anybody can pick up a camera. Anybody, if you know, determined enough, can learn how to edit. Anybody can figure out Final Cuts. You know, my daughter, you know, goes to iMovie and makes things, you know what I mean?
Right.
But not everybody can execute and make a project come together. And I'm finding we're having a lot of issues with kids who are first getting into the game, or people who are first getting into the game, not really knowing how to make or create a full body of work. They could point the camera, but they can't make the vision come together. They know how to edit, but they don't know how to edit maybe properly for TV or even for digital platforms. What kind of background did you guys have coming into this?
Well, like me, I started off doing comedy. So, you know.
Damn, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, stand-up comedy. And the reason why I mentioned that is because Bernie Mac told me when I started comedy that it's going to take 10 years. You know what I mean? So I think that goes with anything that you do. It's going to take 10 years before you really perfect, you know, or get even acknowledged for what you do.
Yeah.
And he was right, you know what I mean? So we did Through the Wire in 2003, and then 10 years later we do Benji, you know what I mean? So that really Benji was really took us, helped take us to the next level. You know what I mean? But that's 10 years of work. You know what I mean? 10 years of hard work. So
yeah. You guys to me have been like you guys have kind of set the bar. Like I feel like there's been a lot of, because of the work you've done, you've inspired a lot of folks to get into this part of the industry, filming things, telling stories. I mean, at the end of the day, what you do is you make stories. You tell a story. You paint the picture. It got a beginning, a middle, an arc, and an ending, and a finale, and you do it in a great way. Technology has enabled a lot of folks to be able to do the same thing. How do you keep up with the technology, and where do you see technology going in terms of like filming?
I think with technology, we just try to, like you said, we're storytellers first, and we always remain true to that. I think with technology, we just try to figure out how to utilize technology to tell stories in different formats. So technology is more like the medium, because there's just new forms of technology, there's new ways people are interacting with content, whether it be through the mobile phone or the iPad or the computer or the movie theater. So you have to figure out how can you cater your story to tell them through these different devices, you know? So we've been even delving into doing motion comics that we can create interactive experiences on the iPad. Still the story, still the same, where I feel like that's where our talent lies, but then the device is a different way that you can tailor that story so that the in-face user has a different experience on how they interact with that story.
Wow. What advice would you give to young filmmakers right now who want to be you?
I say focus on, don't worry about the technology. Don't worry about the device to capture your story. Focus on first being creative and like figuring out how to grow that talent. If you're interested in that and you're interested in storytelling, read, figure out your style, figure out what you really like. You know what I'm saying? And fuel that fire first. The other stuff will take care of itself. You could tell a story with crayons and a pencil if you're a good storyteller.
Wow. My thing is if you can conceive, believe, you can achieve. That would save my life. You know what I mean? And it's funny because them 5Ds, I think I've seen that. You know what I mean? Like I'm using the
camera 5Ds.
When the 5Ds came out, the Canon 5Ds. It's like I think I manifested that. You know what I mean? Because I used to have a little Canon video camera, and I was like, what if we just could have a camera that looked like a movie? And then, so then when we finally got it, which Dame Dash helped us get that camera, I was like, man, I'm going to shoot. When I get this camera, shoot everything. I'm going to just shoot whatever and anything, right? And when we got it, I just was shooting. Canon wound up giving us 4 cameras.
Wow.
Yeah.
For free?
Yeah, for free.
Damn, man. What y'all? You only need 3. What you gonna do with the 4th one, man?
That's where we got all our young guys, Carlisle and all these guys, cameras, and let them go shoot.
Okay, that's what's up. Dame Dash, you guys were working with Dame for how long were y'all with Dame?
It's about 3 years.
3 years, and then you guys decided to go your separate ways.
Yeah.
Okay. We ain't gonna get into that. All right, man. Coodie and Chike are here. You're familiar with a lot of their work, and they're about to embark on one of the biggest projects I think they've done to date. At least one of the most important ones. We're gonna tell you what that is up next. You want to talk with them? You want any insight? 888-742-3345. Sway in the morning, Shade 45, creative control, the executive producers, Clarence, Coodie and Simmons, and Chike Ozai. I said it correctly this time. They are here. Look, a lot of folks are finding new ways to get into the business and who want to express themselves. These guys have written the blueprint of how to do it. How can people like go onto your platform and see some of your work and some of the things you guys are doing? Y'all got a website?
Yeah. They can go on to creativecontrol.tv and see a whole bunch of work from us, from peers who we respect as well. You can check out Benji on Netflix, and you can definitely check out this Muhammad Ali piece on BET Wednesday.
Well, I haven't talked about that yet, man. I'm trying to build that up, GK. I'm telling a
it's
story, man. Let me tell my story to you.
Look, that's why you get paid the big bucks to do what you do.
Like you jumping the gun here, man.
I'm behind the scenes. I don't know nothing about this right here.
You gotta let the story breathe, brother.
He building,
man. You just ruined the finale, man.
He told the ending already, right?
It had to be. I'm calling the audible. We got
All right.
Michelle on the line from
Hey,
Houston.
Michelle.
What's up, Michelle? How you doing?
Hi, good morning, everybody.
Hey.
I have a 12-year-old daughter. I just love the show, by the way.
Thank you.
And she listens in the morning on the way to school and stuff because I try to keep her motivated with the things that you guys talk about. And this, I just wish she was in the car right now. I have a 12-year-old filmmaker, and she's pretty good. She loves the stop-motion animation and stuff like that, and she's won a couple of awards here in Houston, and South by Southwest was even looking at her, but they don't have a platform for someone her age. How do I keep her motivated? Because I'm having a really rough time getting mentors for her and just keep her into it and keep her out there.
What you guys think?
Can I tell you, it's this book that changed my life called Keys to Success by Napoleon Hill. I think you should let her read that. You know what I mean? It's the blueprint on what to do and what not to do when it comes to anything that you want to do in life. You know, what's your major goal? And it seemed like film is her major goal, so I think she should read that.
Keys to Success by Napoleon Hill.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
got that?
Thank you, guys. Love you.
Yeah.
Okay, Michelle, and also tell her if when she get home, she could go to SiriusXM to hear the show. She could
Go to SiriusXM.com, Michelle, /on demand, and she can hear Coodie and Chike all over again herself, okay?
Will do.
Yeah,
Thank
and tell her
you.
to link
You're
in.
welcome.
At some point in this conversation, we'll give a website, and either you or her can definitely hit us, and we'll love to send you some inspiration, some references to some sites online, because there's some great material out there that she could be digesting that I definitely will fuel her fire.
Nice.
Okay, well, thank you, guys. You guys keep an eye out for her. She's Shea Butter Productions.
Shea
sure.
Butter, huh?
Shea Butter.
So she must smell good then.
Well, her name is Jamie.
All
She's
right.
12, Sway. She's 12.
What, man? Come on, I got a daughter. I don't need nothing by that.
She smelled good.
I'm just saying, man.
Damn. Jared.
Hey, it'd be a lot of funky 12-year-olds walking around. You don't want your 12-year-old to smell like funk. All right, then. Okay, Coodie and Chike are here from CreativeControl.tv.
Yes.
Look them up for yourself. These guys have, I think right now, they're in such a great swing. They had the opportunity to create a doc surrounding easily one of the most controversial, but one of the most well-known, impactful people that our country has ever seen, that the world has ever seen, and that sports has ever seen. I'm talking about Muhammad Ali. Mm-hmm. We're talking about an activist. We're talking about a humanitarian. We're talking about a great father. We're talking about a poet who happened to box and easily one of the most recognizable figures in the world today and in the history of sports. And you guys got a chance to do this piece. What is it called?
It's called Muhammad Ali, the People's Champ.
The People's Champ. Congratulations, Coodie and Chike. And then now see how this works? You see? All right. Educate me. Yeah, okay. And so when does it air?
It airs on the 23rd, which is what, Wednesday?
Wednesday, yeah, 10 o'clock, BET.
Yeah.
On BET. And how long is it, first of all?
It's hour-long special.
How did you put all that he's done into an hour? It was like, what did you discover about him in the process of doing this? And how did you determine what would you put in the show?
Well, it definitely wasn't enough time.
Yeah.
You know, I wish we had more time can you even find enough time to tell his story?
Mm-hmm.
Right, because every segment of our piece is a 2-hour documentary on. You know what I mean? So every little segment of our piece, but I think, we found a great poet, Jay Ivey.
Yes.
Who kind of bridged the gaps in between, Jay?
Yeah.
Bridged the gaps in between, his life, so.
You guys poetically, Jay Ivey to work with Kanye, Chicago. Mm-hmm. He also did something for us at the MJ Michael Jordan 30th anniversary that I happened to host, fellas.
Al.
Nice.
Thank you. I needed that. You guys got a chance to talk to a lot of people, including myself, about how Muhammad Ali impacted them. What were some of the things that came from that, and who did you talk to?
I mean, we talked to you. We talked to Nas. We got the pleasure of talking to David Banner, Layla Ali, Mike Tyson.
But what's crazy?
Jim Brown.
Yeah,
which
Jim
was
Brown.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is we talked to this one girl, Ronnie, and this just to go to show how God works, right? So Ronnie she, young kid, poet, real charismatic. I'm like, let's interview her. Let's just do it. She said she knew a little bit about Muhammad Ali, so we interviewed her. But she gave us one of the best things ever, because she said at the end of the interview, she was the first interview. She was like, start talking directly to Muhammad Ali, like, yo, Muhammad, I just want to tell you this. And I was like, whoa.
Wow.
We're gonna have everybody talk to Muhammad directly.
Yeah.
Because this documentary is really about Muhammad Ali. And Tyrese, who was in it too, he told us how he met Muhammad Ali and how Muhammad Ali was looking at old films of himself.
Wow.
And that was like, whoa, so okay, this really, this whole doc is for Muhammad Ali.
Like, he was so great at what he did that he can now reflect back on his greatness to impact him now.
Right. Wow, so he's being inspired by himself.
Yeah.
Yikes. Yeah. Wow.
Because I feel like the mind don't get old. The mind don't get sick. The mind don't get old. Our bodies do. You know what I mean? So his mind is still as powerful as it was when he was young fighting. You know what I mean? So
have y'all got a chance to meet him in person?
We haven't.
No, not yet.
Oh, me neither. When y'all go, let me know.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. I've seen him in passing, but I was too nervous. Had to be, it was the 96 Olympics. Just imagine this. The Olympics are in Atlanta, and then they were doing the famous torch relay. And that same torch with that same flame went all around the country. And they had the most important people in those regions carry that torch. The same flame that lit the original Olympics centuries ago. And when the torch came into Northern California, and it was time to hand off to a figure in Northern California to run half a mile with that flame, somebody handed it to me. And then I ran at 5 a.m. and I sprinted for half a mile just to be a part of that relay that one day would end up in Muhammad Ali's hand, and then he would light the torch to begin the Olympic Games in 1996. And I was a part of that relay.
Strong,
Nice.
Jay. Damn it.
TK, you see how I told that story?
And that's a good example. What's crazy is because we had that story in the doc, and we had to cut it.
Oh, y'all cut my story?
Yeah, we had to.
Y'all cut my story?
Because it was like,
Okay, hey, interview's over, ladies and gentlemen. But I was just honored to be a part of that. I really got tired after 400 meters. I was like, why the hell am I sprinting? But can we got a clip from the doc?
Yeah.
Let's hear a clip from the doc, and this is it right here, ladies and gentlemen. It's called Muhammad Ali, the People's Champ. It's premiering Wednesday night on BET at 10 p.m. Here's a clip.
Elijah Muhammad gave him that name because he's the greatest.
Wow, Muhammad Ali, man. He was the first one to really just stand up and say whatever came to his mind, and being of color in those days, in the 60s and the 70s, well, the 60s especially, you couldn't do that. He was bold, and white folks just had to take it.
Man.
Right? Or not even white folks, the powers that be. Whoever was in power just had to take it because they couldn't take his power. Wow, man. How y'all feel? This is it? Is this the pinnacle right now?
Man, I mean, I just feel like this right now for the culture is so important. The strength that he exuded is so important for people to see now, to get if we can just get a piece of that strength in us right this second. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we're going to get it because of this. Muhammad Ali, the People's Champ, right?
Yeah.
And it's Wednesday, 10 p.m. on BET.
I just had a quick question. I'm huge into movies and everything like that.
That's DB, by the way.
And the process of what goes into filmmaking. And with documentaries, I just wanted to know, what comes first? Do you put together the footage that you get, or do you actually figure out who you want to talk to and interview, and then kind of build the film around what they say?
Yeah, you actually build everything on paper first. So like you put a whole act structure together, a whole outline is pretty much papered out, and who you want to interview and all that comes within that structure outline, and then you kind of piece that together the best you can. You let it breathe a little bit because things change. There's interviews, people say things that you don't expect that become important parts. But the rough outline blueprint structure is all outlined out first.
Yeah, a lot of magic happened though, doing it. I always say Jesus direct, because a lot of things just happen that wouldn't happen. You know what I mean? And when you see those things, you implement them, and there you go.
Congratulations too, because this film, Muhammad Ali, the People's Champ, is going to be the lead film for the Urban World Film Festival.
Wow.
Which is taking place now, and it's going to open up Wednesday night. Congratulations, man. Did y'all know that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yo, y'all popping now, man.
I mean, the crazy thing too, like you said, Coodie said, God controls all this, because this wasn't even on our radar. Like, it wasn't like we were thinking about doing the Muhammad Ali documentary, because we've seen so many. We never thought that we would be doing another one. But a colleague of ours and a peer and a friend, Jason Buckner, over at BT News, which is Steak, her boss at the time, Rob Lewis, he's a fan of Ali, so he had the foresight to want to do this. This was one of a big, huge, passionate project for him. And she's like, well, I got the guys for it. Yeah. So we sat down with Rob, and he told us about this, because we were at the beginning, we had so much stuff going on. It was like, okay, let's see what he's talking about. And the way he broke it down, it was like, dang, yeah, this is. I mean, to be a part of this legacy, like
I can't wait to see it, man. Thanks for even incorporating. Y'all didn't have to call me and ask me to, if I had anything to say, but I appreciate you doing it.
When they hear how you break it down, so I'm not gonna give away what you say.
I don't remember what I said, but that's why I keep looking at you.
You bridged the gap though.
You said some
him
stuff.
and hip hop. You know what I mean? Him and hip hop. So that was wonderful. We needed that.
I was trying to figure out, like, how did you come off the top with that? It felt like you would, like,
Chike.
You know what?
you really had to win it.
We cut you out, so we had to.
You cut me out, so they gassed me now and cut out one of my pieces. But I'm sure, because they have foresight and showed us BET, there's going to be a lot of footage that didn't make the documentary that you're going to be able to see on BET.com, right?
Yeah.
Like my story about the relay.
Yeah, for sure. It would have been in our 53-minute cut.
That's all good, man. I'm proud of you guys and happy for your continued success. Anything you working on next?
We're doing a Earl Lloyd project. So Earl Lloyd is the first African American to play a game in the NBA, because it was 3 that got drafted that year: Chuck Cooper, Sweetwater Clifton, but Earl Lloyd was the first to play.
Wow.
So yeah,
I can't wait to
on
see
Halloween.
That.
Crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy.
CreativeControl.tv, man.
So yeah, follow our Instagram, Creative Control TV, and follow us on Twitter, Creative CNTRL.
Creative what? CNTRL?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.